officer is on administrative leave after video showed him throwing a teenage girl clad in a bikini to the ground and also pulling his weapon on other teens. Now, Mike Alanos is going to show you some of that tape from a party that was in McKinney, Texas, over the weekend.
Yep.
Good morning.
Good morning. This is Friday. McKinney's a suburb of Dallas, about 30 miles outside of Dallas, Texas. So let's watch the video together. And a lot of our viewers, a lot of you guys have something to say about it. We'll get to your comments in a moment. But here's the video, Robin. And there's the officer in question. And soon enough, you're going to see him. Again, there's a confrontation. We can call it that, or at least with the girl that's in the bikini.
Okay, so he's running around saying on the ground, in the grass, on the ground. And she was not on the ground, and he puts her on the ground.
Yes, and that's that video right there. And then the kid in the blue, and I say kid, young teenager will say, kind of jabs at him, then out comes the gun. So there's the 2 points that people are upset about. A girl in a bikini's on the ground, and the weapon is out. At least that's what we see. Unholstered is the terminology there. And the whole video lasts about 11 minutes. Obviously, we can't show you all of it. But some folks are up in arms, and there were reports of this was whether or not these kids were invited. Should they have been at this pool or not? Was this officer overzealous or not? A lot of questions. Here's the statement from McKinney Police. First responding officers encountered a large crowd that refused to comply with police commands. 9 additional units responded to the scene. Officers were eventually able to gain control of the situation. Now, this video has raised concerns that are being investigated by the McKinney Police Department. At this time, one of the responding officers has been placed on administrative leave. You pointed that at the outset, pending the outcome of this investigation. So that's where we are with this. And many of you are commenting as you see this video and take it in. And Robin, wide-ranging comments from different folks seeing different things. Here's one from Kale. It's not a race thing. Just listen to the cops and you won't get in trouble. Dan says this. These old school cops can't change with the times, pulled the gun on unarmed teens running away. Melissa weighing in, saying this was a kid's party and the cop was way out of line. Finally, Raquel saying, with that many people running around, I'm sure the police officers were on edge and it looked like no one was listening.
And it'll be interesting, too, to learn exactly what kind of calls did the cops get. What were they told? Were they told that there were fights outside and those fights were over by the time they got there? And what else do we know about the actual party?
And that's one of the questions. Was this, and the person taking the video reportedly said, heard about the party on Facebook. So was this just some kind of a Facebook thing? Hey, let's gather at this pool. Does anybody live in the community or not? Those are some of the questions that folks are asking. And you mentioned it, that there were calls, okay, now these kids who may have been uninvited, now they're starting to fight even. So officers are trying to gain control of the scene as you see this video playing again. And I was watching toward the end of it, the same officer's talking to a couple of kids who are sitting down, and they're like pleading, you know, let us go. And he's like, if you would have sat down at the beginning, you wouldn't be in trouble now. You're the ones that got caught, and you're going to have to pay a price for it. So some interesting side notes. Again, we wish you could show all the 11 minutes of it, but we're trying to pick out the moments that really highlight what went on here.
All right, Mike, thank you so much.